Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is NightFiree with 2 E's. I am here with my co-caster, Sleepy with 2 3's. How are you today, sir?
You know what, NightFiree? I am doing fantastic. It's a Saturday afternoon. It was been a lovely day here in Southern California. Did
Sleepy.
You do it to me again?
No, I just realized I had the wrong logos in for the day. I had the wrong team names for the day. I never changed them.
Oh no.
People are probably very confused. Sleepy, why don't you help refocus the people on what the matchup is today? Jeez Louise.
Yeah, so sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We're slipping on our quality control today a bit, it appears. But today's matchup is not what you're seeing on your screen. We'll get that updated for you in just a second. We are going to be seeing Riot versus Rome in a matchup of the century, or at least of the weekend. We should be seeing some good action come out from these guys. But yeah, when you got me like that, man, I thought you had me muted again on my intro like you did last time. I was like, not again.
The people can hear you loud and clear. You're coming in at full force, and
ooh.
Yeah, it is Rome versus Riot. I just realized that. Well, you know, the whole countdown went through, but here we are at the start of things, and we've adjusted. I fixed it when it mattered, you know. But what do you? Yeah, we haven't really done a whole lot of spectating of either one of these teams. I'm taking a look at. I think Rome. Yeah, they won against Animal House. That's why I wanted to cast today's matchup. So I want to know what's going on there.
Say that for me again. Sorry, I was trying to get things lined up on the logistics side over
wow,
here.
We're really a mess today. Apologies. Rome versus Animal House. Rome winning against Animal House. That is the reason behind wanting to cast today's matchup.
Yeah.
Because for me, at least, I don't know about you.
No. I agree as well. Seeing them being able to take down a seasoned team like Animal House was very impressive, and I mentioned that in the VR Respawn recap. Like, to see a newer team that came in at the end of Season 6, you know, come in and just take down a team like Animal House, who's been around in some way, shape, or form since the very early days of this league, is very impressive. So absolutely, I wanted to watch this game due to that, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So we're going to see if they can hold it out against another top team or another long-term team, Riot, who used to be called the Magnificent Bastards. Then they were just Magnificent. Now they're just Riot. So yeah, we'll have to see, but I think we are in for a good matchup today, and we should be getting into that action here pretty shortly. But while we're still here, I would like to make a shout out. See Stack Up in the chat there. Love them for coming by. Of course, you guys know if you've seen our events in the past, we partnered with them to do multiple different things, and it's been a really good thing, and their mission is great, and we love what they do. So thank you for tuning in, Stack Up. We love you guys, and we hope you guys come out more.
Yeah, it's good to see them in here. I'd love to see their faces around more often. We got lots of Onward action that they can be around for. That's for sure. going into the pick bans for today, Rome versus Riot. Our first map pick is going to be Bazaar. So we will be kicking things off with a bit of a close quarters conflict, which is always kind of exciting. Bazaar kicked off the last series, Space Force versus Phoenix, and that was definitely a good way to start it off. So ideally that'll be the same sort of scenario we see here today. And yeah, I guess we can talk about rosters too. Taking a look at the active rosters for both team. Over on Riot, we have Zero, Unseen Threat, Seth Bowden, Logical, and Todd Habercorn. And over on Rome, we have Gladiator, William Dunce, Too Old to Game, Lucky AF, and Aramita. The standard roster: Too Old, a familiar face in the reservist pool. Showed up quite often in multiple seasons for multiple teams, and now settled in for Rome, which is interesting. We'll see how he fares against Riot today.
Yeah, those Rome guys. I mean, they came in pretty confident at the end of last season, and of course they did take a few lumps, but they did manage to, of course, in their matchups with some of the newer teams, take away some points, some wins, and such like that. So we already, we appreciate that, and I really hope that they can bring some A game here against Riot, because if they can bring that same game that they brought against Animal House, we could be seeing Rome take another upset here.
Yeah, we could indeed. It would definitely be a good way to kick off the season. All sorts of MMR getting acquired. Riot is undefeated this season so far. They won against Hand of Death, although tying and score 9-9. And they did win against We're a Team, which is a surprise. And now we're here, kicking off Bazaar, firing it up. I didn't even think we talked about the bans, Sleepy. If you want to highlight those real quick before this round gets kicked off. It looks like we had a band in there, a little tech issue.
Yeah, lucky. We got a little lucky there.
Yeah.
So we'll break over to the war room then, NightFiree, while they're fixing this stuff up. And yeah, so we'll tell the people what's going on. So on the side of Rome, the home team, their ban is going to be Suburbia. So Riot, a pretty strong team, pretty solid team on Suburbia, so pretty smart move coming out from them. And then Riot, actually, they're going to ban Downfall. Now, I'm not sure. I've not seen Rome play as far as Downfall is concerned. They did beat Animal House on it, and I did see a clip in our VRE respawn recap show that was pretty intense. I mean, the entire Animal House team got wiped in like a matter of seconds, and that was crazy. So who knows? Maybe Rome is a team to reckon with on Downfall, but we'll have to see. But I love to see that we're going to get Bazaar for the first map, just simply because it's such a well-balanced map, and not only in the fact that Marsoc and Volk have about the same advantages and disadvantages to each spawn and objective, but also because of the balance in long range to short range to mid range, and then the amount of cover that you have to move between. It's just a really well balanced map, in my opinion, and probably it's my second favorite personally, because I do enjoy me a good bit of Quarantine 1, but
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it's be interesting to see. I'm looking at Riot's scoreline here, and the Downfall ban is intriguing just because they won 4-3 against Hand of Death on that map. Maybe they didn't feel they won it strong enough, or maybe they're worried about their strats being leaked out, because it was cast by me and Bucks. So, maybe some they just didn't want that information to be passed on. I don't know. Either way, I am looking forward to this matchup. I think this one should be pretty close. The MMR system is working good. The challenging system is working well. I anticipate this one to be a tight matchup, as I do think we now hop into round number 1 of map number 1, Rome versus Riot.
Yeah, now it's time to see who's got what it takes to come out on top tonight. And I don't know, what are your thoughts? Who's your money on, NightFiree? Who do you think? You think Rome's got this one again? Do you think they can take out another kind of upper level team, or you think Riot's going to be able to handle this one?
I don't know. I think if Too Old's playing good today, he's definitely a player that's capable of carrying a team. So we'll see what kind of stats he's throwing up here as Riot getting out here for that early spawn, checking it, Unseen Threat here. He won't see it. They should be able to settle into their defensive position, since Rome are opting for a bit of a slower push here.
And on the north side, in the far west, sorry, I tried to save my camera and it jumped on me, so give me a moment. Did it again. Anyways, yeah, we got a few members of Rome who went far west. They're now pushing up the northern wall. They're going to try and use a different angle here, but Lucky AF, he's going to have a long alley to look down before he sees anything, and he's actually not going to see much of anything right now because the guy who's sitting in that window, the far distance, he's...
Your camera did not save. I don't know where you're talking. I'm looking at Aramito over here, who's getting some suppressive fire from Todd. I now see that North member pushing up here. He should be okay. He has that wall blocking the line of sight, and I don't think Logical does see that.
No, I guess he's not going to notice anything there. Oh, if Lucky might have just peeked just at that moment, he might have caught Logical on the rotation. But Logical, he's going to be pushing around. He wants to see more. He's coming up that northern side of the building in the corner there, that northeast corner. And is Lucky AF, is he going to see it?
Some fire going out in the middle here. The trade going out. Logical does catch him. William Dunce goes down. Actually finds Riot. Not sure how he got that shot. That was a nade. That had to have been a toss nade from way back there. I don't know how Zero had gone down otherwise.
Yeah, no idea. I didn't hear any explosions though, so that would be a little odd. Or maybe it was C4? No, that wouldn't make any sense. Unless
sure, Aramita's pushed in here, does catch one. Tom's come in. Logical should have his eyes drawn in over here. Aramita goes down pretty quick. A nice refrag from Logical across the street.
Yeah, some great stuff in there. And so far, Riot's defense just on point right now. They've only lost one. There goes Too Old to game, but Rome is right there around the corner. Is Logical going to get greedy? Is he going to run around? No, he's going to tuck himself into the corner there. Rome's going to hear it, but he's not going to have any actionable lanes. Logical going to rotate around. Rome looking around behind him. I think he feels like he heard someone coming up on his 6, but he will be the last remaining member of Rome. It's going to be up to him to see if he can pull out this miracle 1v4. A bit of a flubbed first smoke there. The second one goes the distance. So Rome and Logical chasing each other around now with topsy-turvy, but he's going to find it in the trade. Riot going to come out on top there and take the first round, 1-0.
Nice little play there out of Riot. A solid defensive hold, maintaining that east side. I don't know. I'm still thrown off from our tech issues here. I'm trying to refocus right now. This game's a weird start, and I'm not. We'll get it. We'll get there.
Just shake it off, NightFiree. I was having a problem there too, but I think I'm focusing back in now. The action started. We've got something to focus in on, so it's helping me regain my control.
You like this objective. I think if that fast spawn Riot, fast spawn, Riot could do some serious damage. See if they get that back corner or not. I think we have everything sorted now, so should be underway. Everything coming in clean and crisp, and Riot does get the quick spawn.
Yeah, let's see if they utilize that to its ability, or if they just use it to maybe gain some initial real estate.
Let's try to memorize the code to get time.
They are going to charge forward pretty quick. Riot coming up into that middle bazaar area. They are going to run into some of this early Rome defense. They do know they pushed up. One goes down quick from Logical.
Ooh. Too Old. getting picked very early, but he was only down, and a quick revive from William Dunson, that'll help things out. Some smokes coming in, and now Unseen Threat getting a nice headshot on the north side.
Riot, Zero, Seth, and Todd all up here on the fountain with some good smokes on that little alleyway. It does allow them to move up here. Rome Gladiator can't peek out. Kind of forces. Yeah, this is good. They have to move under these smokes now, though. They're going to be in trouble. Not sure where that... Whoa, look where Lucky's position is. I didn't even see him over there. He threw a flash out into the middle of the bazaar, and I was trying to figure out where that came from.
Yeah. No, I saw the same thing.
Ooh.
Seth, though, he's going to find and finish off Too Old to game. Too Old not having a great match out so far, but of course it is only round 2. Yeah, Riot here. This offense working very well. They just kind of spread out and are just sweeping the marketplace. I mean, if you look at your map, they're almost in a straight line. I mean, that's
about to catch out Zero. They tried to cross that street.
It is coming across.
How did Seth not hear that?
I don't know. I just don't think Seth knew that he's over here. I don't think that flash registered with him, but finally does pick him off. Maybe they did know he was over there, but they just didn't check it. I don't know why you'd cross that street after being flashbanged from there, but...
Yeah, but Rome, his Gladiator here, has got his work cut out for him. He's got 4 very hungry members of Riot prepping for an assault on Precinct 13.
Yikes. They have systematically picked off each member of Rome. And I don't know if Gladiator's in a... I think his line of sight is solid onto objective, but I don't know. I don't know if he has it... If the smoke goes up a little bit more, it's going to be very hard to hold.
Oh no, Rome or Gladiator. I keep calling him Rome because he's prefixed his
name. People need to stop putting their team names in front of their name. It makes it way too hard. But Todd's over on objective. Oh. No use as Unseen Threat catches out Rome, and yeah, they go up 2-0.
Crazy. I thought, oh man, Gladiator had me worried when he was running out of that blue room hallway towards the tank street in the east, and I was like, oh god, he's gonna run away from the objective and they're just gonna walk in. But no, he does turn around. He gets a bit over aggressive, and they do find him out. But you know, it's pretty Riot on fire here. They're taking map 1 from the team who chose it.
Yeah, this is, if this keeps, I mean, this is the way the round kind of kicked off Riot in good form, and now we're really taking that round to Rome. You know, I said that if maybe it's Too Old needs to get a couple picks here. I don't know, but Riot's running away with the map right now, and if they keep that momentum going, it could be bad news for Rome in the series.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to need to find their momentum. They're going to need to find their path quick, or things could go very bad very quickly. Not sure what's going on. Maybe they didn't warm up before they played, because they seem to be coming into this kind of cold, because you wouldn't expect a team to give Animal House such a run for their money to be going down 2-0 to Riot right now here in Bazaar, but such is what's happening, and we'll just have to wait to see if Rome can finally get some momentum of their own.
Sure, they'll get things going. Breaking out the shield play here from William. We'll see what he is capable of. I think he also has prepped a grenade, so he'll be probably, yeah, he's going to charge into that middle Bazaar. Maybe try and get either a well-placed frag or a nice tucked smoke. And it looks like he's going to chuck that early smoke. They have to go if they're going to smoke these.
Yeah, if you're going to use that smoke, you're going to need to utilize that smoke's coverage while it's gone. None of these smokes, though, very impressive. Maybe the one on the objective building would be considered an impressive thing, but it's not going to matter because William Dunn's going to get shot in the back from a flank from Logical as he crosses the street.
It's not a bad idea. If Logical wasn't there, I like the street cross. The smoke's in place to allow it to happen with the shield. It could have given Todd a little run for his money, but yeah, I don't... that spot's weird. I don't know how you really check for Logical there, other than... I mean, Airmite might be able to get an angle once he crosses the street.
Yeah, you basically don't know about that person until they shoot one of your teammates and then they get called out, you know?
Right.
I mean, that's one of those positions, it's hard. You can typically beat them, though, if you get that northeast spawn to at least watch them transition. Too old, though. He's going to find 0, even things out of it. And then Rome, or Gladiator.
Hey, there's one flanking us. There's one flanking us. In the west
That's going to be a tough one to do right there. But Gladiator does get a team kill. Not what they needed at all. I don't know why you would think that Oh, that's brutal. Especially in that mini courtyard area, but it does happen. Two Old's deployed some smokes, but he's not moving yet, and when he does, Logical will have him.
Yeah, and just like that, as we say it, Logical does find him, and now Rome is in a 2v4, and things aren't quite looking so well. They're really gonna need to step this up. Gladiator and Logical gonna run into each other here very soon. Logical hears him. Gladiator doesn't see it. Or does he? He does.
That was interesting.
Gladiator.
He had the gun down, and he wasn't. I don't know. A nice snapshot either way, as Gladiator does find a frag and Romer into a 2v3. He could do some work here because that other member is way south. Aramita? I was calling Aramite. Aramita has managed to cross that street and maneuver his way into the back lines of Riot. He could easily find that pick onto Seth and be a thorn in the side.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, actually, yeah. I mean, Gladiator can utilize Aramita to his advantage here. Cause a distraction, have him use, try and find some picks from there. Gladiator's got that LMG. He's in no shortage of bullets, that's for sure. But the problem is they're man down compared to their enemy.
There might be 2 left.
However, that enemy is condensed into one location, so that could end up working for them. And of course, as I say that, they prove me wrong and spread themselves out. But either way, they could still do something with this. There's definitely opportunity to come back and take this round. It will be tough, and that the more of this time that they let just tick away, the harder it will be. But it is possible.
Todd's a bit. Yeah, he's moving around quite. I mean, everyone's moving around a little bit here. Todd's checking multiple angles. Shots come out from Aramita and they don't land onto Seth.
And that's not going to be good.
What was he shooting at there? Unseen threat, maybe? Or Riot? I think he was actually going for Todd on objective. A pretty interesting angle all the way through that hole.
Yeah, if Todd stands in that doorway, he could definitely be taken out. If I were Gladiator, I'd be trying to push to that street and get that shield. You got an LMG, you got a shield.
Ooh.
Try and do something with it,
That's time, minute 44 on the clock. A lot of attention drawn to the south side. Nearly everybody, actually. Look at the mini-map. All eyes trained over here to Aramita.
I wonder if Riot doesn't have a very accurate kill count right now.
That's what I'm thinking, too. I mean, they may be unaware of Gladiator's positioning.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they think it's the last man alive. Though they are starting to return more of a kind of search and rescue type stature, if you will. Ooh, Todd, you better be careful with that quick jerking in motion, because you might run yourself out that front door and Gladiator will be sitting there waiting for it. But they have got to pick up the time. We are now under a minute. Aramita's on the move. Sounds like there is some communication. I do hear Gladiator. Sounds like he might be mumbling something over the radio there too.
Telling him to get going. He's going to cross. He's not going to opt for the shield. He's not going to try and pillage anything. And he should know that Todd's in that bottom floor. I think the right move is to go up into that second story and crash in from the bottom. Aramita has one on the backside. Here comes the LMG up that 2-story. He's going to drop on the backside of Todd. Todd's going to be ready for this, and they round and trade. Now Aramita, the last one alive, takes shots from Seth, who saves the day for Riot, and they go up 3-0.
Wow, that was an amazing round from them.
Riot's looking pretty good this series so far. I'm curious.
Yes,
I'm very curious now about what happened with that Animal House matchup.
Yeah, I know. The longer this goes out without Rome being able to put themselves in this game here, the more I'm starting to wonder if that win might have been a fluke or if Animal House was just playing really off their game that day. So Rome is going to have to do something here. I mean,
Yeah.
I really hate to see them get wiped 4-0 on this first map, but maybe Bazaar's just not their map.
That's what
Maybe
I
we'll
was-
see them. But then again, why would they pick this map if it's not their map? You don't really want to lead out the game with your weakest map unless that's their plan.
Did they
Maybe that's
start
their thing. They pick
Marsoc?
their weakest maps. Yes, they did. No, Riot started Marsoc.
All right, so maybe Rome picked Volk, and this is Riot's map.
Wait, no. I don't know. I forget.
It's very well. It would make more sense if they picked Volk, and this is Riot's map, and we can confirm that if the next map is a bit more of a tighter matchup.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I don't know many teams that utilize play on their worst maps for league matches. It would be a good learning experience, but can't say that would be great ranking choices there.
Alright.
Then again, it's early in the season. You can afford to lose a couple of games, even pretty badly, really, and still be able to climb your way back up. So, shouldn't be anything to really get discouraged about. It is a learning experience, and Rome is still a team with some growing pains. They are still a new team, so there's still a lot for them to learn in comparison to some of these others who have been in the VRML for 4 or 5 seasons now.
Absolutely, a nice long-range nade going off there, but hitting that upper kayak balcony and doing nothing. Could have been really good right over towards Riot and Todd if it was just a little bit shorter.
Yeah, that was crazy. Riot trying to get a peek.
We need
Can't find anything.
I'm abolishing this. No more team names in front of names.
Yeah, because I definitely meant Zero.
We
not
both
Riot.
done it. We both did it. I called him Riot too. It's ridiculous.
Hang on, do we have somebody over here?
Or just put like a bracket R bracket.
I would
Simple.
I would call him Zero then. Like it would still be.
And I would call you something else that starts with an R, but I'm not going to call you that on cast because it's not nice to people.
Gladiator's defensive position moved up very far forward into this mini courtyard, and he's not going to catch anybody out because Zero and Todd are taking the inside route, so he is going to have to go for like a long flank, and that's very risky against a team like Riot and how they're performing. It could end in 5-0.
Yeah, Todd there, it seems like he might have heard Gladiator as he ran by in that western alley because he seems pretty fixed on their 6, you know what I mean? Like, he's not really focused back on pushing the assault. He's kind of more worried about covering their back still, but I could be wrong as now he's focused up, and here comes Gladiator around the corner. Is he going to be able to see him? No, he's currently got his sight line blocked, but he's gotten into a good position. If he gets on the second floor of that Kaya building, he's just going to be able to rock this Riot offense right here.
There's one down to the east.
Too
The
low.
game finally comes alive.
Yeah,
Fully
he's
on the
catching
zone.
that crosser on the east. They did get one over, though, and I don't know if he did spot that.
Man,
I
Gladiator,
know.
all you got to do is go upstairs. It's basically a farmer's market of targets down here. I mean, you got Zero in the corner, Todd right there in the open, and then Logical dead ahead. I mean, whew.
I mean, I would never be checking Kaya right now if I'm pushed up like this. So
I've been flanked here many times.
Really?
Yeah. It is a strategy that works. I'm pretty sure Pants on Global Chem will do it if they know that they've got a clear side to push. They'll try and get around it behind, and then some other teams. I think Steven likes to do that as well on defense and try and get in there and get around behind you.
C4 got tossed, went off, and did damage to 2 here, but didn't kill them. That was interesting.
But William Dunce might have been given the audio cue to at least know that there are some nearby. He's not going to be able to peek, though, because the second he does, Zero is going to see that, and he's going to hone in on it. Tough spot. Ooh, nice air burst, but too high in the air. Nothing
Gladiator.
to come from it.
He's finally gotten into the 2-story. He finds his first
I got one,
target
I got
as
one,
he
I got
goes
one.
down in the bazaar.
William and Zero here, they're right next to each other. I think Zero saw William. William did not see Zero, though. Williams checking for Logical as Logical moves out. He sees it, but he doesn't have a shot. And he gets shot in the butt by Zero. Riot turning this offensive push around.
Zero.
Too old to game down on the objective.
Yeah, it's getting confirmed by Zero. Zero's pad out. Lucky has to go sprinting in here. Zero drops the pad, turns around, refocuses over towards Lucky as Aramita catches out that south flanker. But yeah, this is not good for Rome. This is going to be 5-0 for Riot. You're right. Wow. All the time in the world, too. Nobody crashing in on objective, and Riot coming out very strong in the series, kicking off the first map 5-0.
Yeah, that was a tough beating for Rome there on that first map. For Riot to kill them off there 5-0, just oof. It's very tough. It's a tough way to start. Let's hope they can bounce back. They can, keep that morale high because, this is not looking good so far. Riot definitely on the momentum wave here, and they've got to be feeling pretty good after that route.
Here we go.
Oh boy. And as if the 5-0 wasn't enough to shake up the I don't know.
Guys, on
this is interesting. We're going in to Tanker. I want to know whose map pick it was, because I think if it was Rome's, it makes sense. But it doesn't seem to be that. It seems to be Riot's map pick.
Yes, and I was
Yeah,
right. Rome did start the first map on Marsoc, so it was their map choice. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they did pick a weak map. Maybe they did it on purpose to try and work on it in a highly competitive environment, but it's not something I would have recommended myself, I guess, Or I could be wrong and they just flopped it, We all have our bad days and our bad games, or maybe they just didn't warm up. But I'm sure they'll take those all things into consideration for their next match. Definitely not going to want to start off on a 5-0 deficit, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Just some scary stuff.
They need to answer back. That they need to get on the board right away. I'm trying to look at this first objective too. It's in that back, the back side of that tanker of the boat. What is that? Port? Starboard?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know my nautical.
No. Port and starboard are left and right.
Oh, what's...
Port is left and right.
Bow
It's
and stern.
Aft. Bow and stern, yeah.
Or is it aft and stern, or stern and bow?
Bow and stern, yeah.
It's somewhere on the boat, I can tell you that.
Yeah, exactly. It's in there somewhere.
But this one can get real hard to defend. There's all sorts of little nooks and crannies you can cap this one on. You can easily lose control of if you have one or two guys. It's just like, this is... I don't know, this whole map in itself just might not go into Rome's favor, but we'll see. The rosters... Riot maybe bringing a sub.
Very true. I am not seeing Too Old to Game. He has dropped from the sun. That is a good point. I'm looking at the wrong team. Now, was Lorena Scout in for... No, it appears that Gladiator has taken himself out for Tanker and has thrown Lorena Scout into the match. Lorena Scout, pretty infamous for his use of shotguns and pistols, even in long-range maps. The guy's kind of an oddball like that. He really just... I don't know. He just don't care. And he's deadly with that pistol, too. I've been on the receiving end of that before, and he's a good shot with it, I gotta admit.
I was getting some...
Oh, and
Yeah, you seen that? Getting some inside info here. That last map was Rome's best map. And that's...
not good.
Yeah. Not
I keep getting kicked.
really.
Yep. I think every time a player joins in, it's been kicking me.
We should be full now, so if you can join now, you shouldn't get kicked anymore.
Hopefully not. All right, I'm back.
Excellent. We should be underway shortly. Just waiting for these subs and fellow Riot members to join up. Tanker, though, I don't know. I think out of all the maps in a competitive mindset, I just don't know if I like Tanker as a spectating comp map, you know?
Well, I will say that it's less favored by us as casters because it's so low light. I mean, granted, the devs have done us a favor and added us flashlights so that we could kind of add our own lighting into this map and see things well. But you know, the dark maps and the maps that are contained, kind of like Tanker and Subway, where there's kind of everything is a hallway or within a building or a structure of some sort that we can't just fly through, it can sometimes make following the action on the cameras a lot more difficult. So I think that's part of the reason why we don't like it as much. And for some reason, the players, I mean, a lot of teams don't like to play it. I mean, I know when I was on Danglers, every time we would get it banned against us. And that's probably also because Danglers were a hell of a dangerous team on that map. But even still, you know, a lot of teams still not playing Tanker very much, so.
I hear a little fake countdown start there. We are nearly diving into the second map of the series. If you have just tuned in, you have missed some quick action. Riot making quick work of Rome on Bazaar, 5-0. We'll see if they can keep the undefeated trend a-rolling and take Tanker. But they'll be kicking it off on the offense, and they'll be kicking it off with the shield as well from Ronnie P. Send the shield user underground. This is a solid idea, considering you can just plow straight ahead. No shots coming in from your sides. Be a real force to reckon with against those underground alleyways, and they've opted to keep 2 or 3 up top. Not sure I'm hearing you, Sleepy, if you muted yourself. Unseen threat goes down from William. Takes some shots out. Tosses a C4 as well.
I'm still here, NightFiree. I have to go ahead and restart my game again. It just kept crashing. So go ahead and keep the nice ladies and gentlemen at home entertained while I get myself situated here.
A little trade there. Riot into a 3v4 here. Zero is going to be pushing up through the middle. He'll be running into William or Lucky. And Rowe maybe grabbing the first round of the day. As I say that, Seth finds a pick on that underground floor. Interestingly, not with the shield. You would think they would have Ronnie P being that front man with the shield, but instead they sent out Seth. He grabs himself a kill, and they've unlocked the basement entry point to objective, which is probably one of the most dangerous entry points on this objective. And Seth scavenges a flash and a nade. William catching out Zero on the top floor. But he can't stay there much longer if Seth and Ronnie decide to push. Gosh, I think that was almost a team kill from Seth. He seems really mixed up in that corner. Or that was some shots actually from Lucky. I'm not sure. Rome has shifted and relocated their members, though. Their 3-man squad tightening up around the objective. Very good relocation, but risky if they keep moving around like this.
Yeah, a little. The defense definitely is in some pretty typical positions. Tool does have a good sight line on that stairwell exit, kind of.
Ooh.
He does miss Ronnie P there and give away his position. Now one's going to come in. He's going to throw a nice frag right there at the window, but it doesn't go through.
William rotates around the backside, catches him out. Ronnie P's got the shield here in front of Lucky. Lucky shoots up and over, trying to catch him out, and Rome are on the board. They finally grab themselves around, and maybe now they can answer back, ride some momentum, grab themselves a map, keep themselves in the series.
Yeah, it's been, well, I didn't see most of that round, but it's nice to see Rome be able to get that point on the board. Lucky AF definitely got lucky AF that Ronnie P wasn't a little bit more skilled with that shield, because he was right in his face, and he could have definitely been able to counter that. So good on him. Also, while we're in a break here between rounds, want to thank, what is his name, Phil Hendry, for those 100 bits. We do appreciate that donation.
What a fantastic guy. All the support tossed out does go to us casters and the creators and operators of VR Master League, so always appreciated. It's all done on a volunteer basis, so we're just here because we love the game. It's for the love of the game, man.
Well, I love the people, like,
And the people.
the viewers.
Yeah, and I guess, dude, whatever. Who cares about them, you know?
Well, we do, because otherwise we'd just be two radio personalities.
Yeah, we would be.
And I can't seem to not keep dropping out of this lobby. This is becoming frustrating for me. You know what I'm going to do, NightFiree? I'm going to dip out for just a moment. I'm going to restart my computer and router, and then I will rejoin you in just a moment, sir.
Oh, the whole kit and caboodle. Leave me in the dark as we shudder and shiver in the outdoor middle of the seas, the open seas, not the outdoors. I guess the open seas are outdoors, but we out here in the outdoors as Rome are now going on the offensive, and we'll see what kind of tactics they out for. No shield users coming in here. We'll see if they send 1 or 2 or 3 down below. I could see them not sending very many to through that basement route and opting to really push this in from the top story. Yeah, that is what they're doing. They didn't send anyone below. I feel like going underground is such a chore almost. To try and push through all those tight alleyways. Yikes. Too old, almost killing Lorena. Zero is pushed up into a position where he may be able to grab 1 or 2. He does get Aramita. Lorena did hear him, so tried to notify his team. Tosses a nade just a bit too far, and more shots come out from Zero around the corner. Nice double logical catching out William. Lucky trying to maybe get himself a refrag if he peeks that same lane. That's 3 for Zero as he rotates around and picks off another member of Rome, and Riot is answering back very strong. Is Lucky, the last member alive, does finally get Zero. He was doing a lot of up-in-the-face work against Rome, and now we'll see if Lucky, I don't know what his plan is going to be, but I would say it's move in from that underground angle. Slow section here as Logical does finally grab Lucky, the last member of Rome, who was seemingly going to prone his way all the way to objective from that on that top floor, but thankfully gets denied, and we move on to our next round as we tie it up on the second map 1-1. It's interesting. I feel like this matchup, I haven't seen a lot of teamwork from either side. There's been good moves, good picks. I guess they move pretty well as a team. I don't know, kind of identifying that. I don't know if... I don't know. I don't know if that's enough to really impress me. I just feel like there's something missing. Maybe it's the pace. I'm unsure. I'm unsure, but either way, we are still waiting for another member of Riot to reconnect. We do apologize for the tech difficulties. Could probably cut to an intermission as we wait for these to get sorted. So thank you for tuning in. Do not go anywhere.
I'm not even setting the team names on my end. Just gonna get dropped and have to reset them again.
We're finally in to the third match. It has only taken us 45 minutes to play the round, but here we are. Can't tell. I'm a little upset, but I think that was well. I don't know. I guess that could have constituted as a timeout, but they would have had to use it, which I hope they did.
It was between maps, so that, well, no, I guess it wasn't, but it was both teams having the issue with the drops, so, I mean, realistically, both teams would have had to call their timeouts, and that would have been a little bit overboard. Ronnie P, though, pushing this shield. Southern side of the ship.
They're running two shields, because Unseen Threat also has one on the other side.
Yep. Two shields. Probably a smart idea here in the lower building objective. I mean, NightFiree, I'm not even going to tell you what just happened to me.
Boy. It's all right. We're on board Unseen Threat as he's getting close to the corner. About to be peeking here and having to negotiate with Aramita, who's patiently waiting on the other side of this penetrable box. I think he's going to wait for Unseen Threat to get all the way out there and then do some work. Nade coming in and then smoke. Ronnie P does frag Lucky in the center, and Lorena pushing in with the shoddy. Can't get Ronnie P with the shield. Unseen Threat goes down. There's nades getting tossed everywhere. One right out in front of Ronnie. Members of Rome going down and getting picked up. Lucky getting revived in the center amidst the smoke. Tool's in a position where you can grab them as soon as they come in here. Ronnie P pushes up. Does spot Tool in the corner, does have a shotgun and shield. Almost gets teammated, catches one with the shot, he pushes up. There's another around the corner, he can't get Tool to go to game, and Romer into a 3v2.
And both shields on the side of Rome have been taken down, or I'm sorry, on the side of Riot have been taken down. Now it's all left to Logical and Seth Bowden as they try and push their way in from the back door. Will it be enough, though? It's pretty solid D from Riot so far, or Rome so far on this objective. William got his eyes trained on that back door. Battlefield falls silent as Logical and Seth Bowden figure out how they're going to attack this objective. They're still both focused there on that back door. Neither one of them, though, able to make it in, just like Sleepy's not able to make it into this lobby. And yeah, so they're gonna have their work cut out for them trying to push in through that door there, but no, Rome seems to be holding that objective down pretty well right now.
William patiently waiting for Logical Seth to get in here. Logical's set up in position. I'm not sure what Seth is doing. I think he's probably going to go all the way around to the stairs and try and come in from a different side than Logical, so they'll try and pinch in with their two-man team. It'll probably take another minute. Trying to keep his team diligent and dialed in. Aramita with a risky stand-up peek here at maybe a non-optimal time as Seth is about to be peeking that corner. Logical with a trade. Oh, Seth should hear the pad. The pad's out! He does catch Aramita, who was waiting for him, but just had the pad at the wrong time, and I don't know if he'll be ready for Tool around the corner. does cross that one little angle, and he is going to round and look. The shield's there, and he catches 2 old Riot. Get themselves 2 in a row and take the lead 2-1.
Wow. Now this is like the type of matchup that we don't get to see often, you know? Teams winning the other team's choice, like, that's so anti-establishmentarianism that, I mean, you don't see that. You don't see, you know, your opposing team beating you on your map and then do it the same way in the next round where the other team chooses and then their opponent ends up winning on that map or at least ahead. It's just some very uncommon stuff, wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you agree, NightFiree?
Yeah. I don't know. That was a good move from Riot. They just decided to set the round to that other angle instead of doubling down with 2 members there in that lane with Logical. It worked out for Riot quite well. Seth getting really fortunate to be checking that corner as shots go out because, I mean, he was dead to rights if that pad wasn't in the hands of his enemy around the corner. These guys are really taking their time on these rounds too. I feel like the rate of play has just been I mean, obviously because we've had some time out between rounds, but we definitely aren't getting pushed into a round ahead of time. Taking taking full advantage of the 2-minute timer between rounds and going into round 4 of map number 2 today.
I promise I'm on my way back to help you, NightFiree. I will not give up on this.
It's been I don't know, not really too fast-paced map. I don't know, it's been hard to follow, kind of all over the board. Maybe that's what's throwing me off about this series. It's just been hard to follow.
Yeah, I mean, I would touch back on something that was mentioned on one of the other kind of breaks where I was coming back in from my tech issues I've been having, but that you haven't noticed a lot of teamwork on these teams today.
We're seeing Rome.
And I'd have
to cut you off. We're seeing Rome right now moving in. Shield member in front, 2 members in the back. Nate's coming up and over his head. Try and get out in front of Ronnie B, but Ronnie catches one on the backside of the shield. All sorts of rounds getting dumped towards Will as the smokes get deployed. Lucky AF coming in from the backside, catches out Zero. And a bit of a trade situation here, and this shield is really causing Riot some trouble. There's a shot, a kill from Ronnie. For a kill from William onto Ronnie with the pistol. They've taken full control of the inside. I don't actually know if they have a defensive member. Logical just tries to relocate into the middle, and he gets picked off by 2 old. Rome answering back, tying things up 2-2.
Wow. And that one coming down to a very climactic ending. Ronnie P, though, was doing a full auto as he just had a big old clump of target to shoot at there in that doorway.
Yeah, he did.
He did get a flank, though, so a good play by Lorena Scout, knowing what to do and how to adapt to get in there, but yeah, very, very interesting there. Come on, Rome. You gotta pick things up. You guys gotta take this map, stay alive, stay in the series. I'm rooting for you because you got 5-0 on the first map, and I just hate seeing any team, top team, bottom team, fresh team, middle team, I don't care what team it is. I hate seeing anybody get 5-0, 4-0, whatever on any map. So, need you to pull this one out for me. I don't know, maybe they'll kill themselves or something, and no way, that only applies to bulk members. Never mind. I'm trying to find a way to get you 2 points here on this round without having to change it manually.
Are you taking bribes now?
I will not confirm nor deny that. JK. I'm not taking bribes.
total score on the series today. Riot in a 7-2 lead, grabbing that first map and dominating 5-0 fashion, the best you could possibly be as we dive into round number 5 of map 2. Riot back on the offensive, looking to take the series with the cap on a upstairs objective, so it could be pretty fast play here. One shield coming out, not doubling down. We'll see what Ronnie's able to do.
And they're gonna elect to stay on back. Only one man going underneath right now. William Dunce, he is gonna end up poking his butt out here a little too much, and I think Seth Bowden's gonna see that. Maybe not, maybe he didn't see it.
Lorena Scout shotting down Ronnie P with the shield.
Good shit. Oh, left side, left side.
Seth Bowden taking down William Dunce as prescribed. Too old to game though, quick with the refrag, a nice headshot from him. But Logical able to finally pick up Lorena Scout downstairs. That shotgun finally running out of use. Too old gonna pick up another one there as well, grabbing 0.
Little trade there, and Unseen's gonna rotate. I think he will be able to get around for the res on a Logical, evening it out into a 2v2. Some shots from Tool do go astray.
Where is this down guy?
Right
Oh,
here.
that's him. His name was blended in with the the blob of the outline that I was seeing. It was hard to see that his name was still there.
He's alive and well, pilfering the bodies of his enemies as he tosses a frag, I think.
Yeah.
Man, if he had gone center with that, would have been trouble for Too Old.
Yeah, the smoke could be trouble for Too Old. It could completely blot him out, especially in the center. Oh, but he looks like he's got an answer of his own with a frag. Nope, it's a flash, and it's not going to affect anything. I don't know, maybe Logical got it. It's not moving.
Too Old taking some shots out of the Unseen threat. Lucky AF rotating around, catching Logical. It's going to be Unseen's threat sides exposed as Rome take the lead. I think for the first time this series, 3-2.
Yeah, it is, because they didn't score any points on the first map, so they wouldn't have been able to take the lead there. Well, no, I guess they did take the lead on the very first round of this map, as far as for this one.
You're right.
You're right. Yeah, they've not technically been in the lead since the score was 0-0, and that's not even the lead. So.
See a lot of clamoring for some SMC tactical versus G-Men matchups. I didn't even know that was tonight. I don't know, Sleepy. If everything goes according to plan, we could swing in and take a gander at that one.
I mean, I wouldn't be against it. I did consider casting it. I just wasn't convinced that this game would finish up in time.
Okay.
So, I mean, maybe we can hop in there. Maybe we'll be hitting it in a little late, but we'll have to see how we're doing. Luckily, it seems like whatever I did in the last break has fixed my connection issues, because I've been solidly in this lobby now for this full round. So that's looking up. But yeah, I did want to cast G-Men because I want to see. I didn't get to see their game last week, and this game should be a good one. But at the same time, you know, you got to be careful casting SMC, because then they start to think that you're going to do it every week, and they start to like it too much, you know. So I don't know. We might have to cut them off, but it's week 2, so I don't know. Maybe we can throw them a bone.
Yeah.
Everybody's definitely here for some action tonight, so maybe we can oblige the folks at home.
Yeah, the crowd clamoring for it, and it is a seasoned rivalry in the league, honestly. If you look at their match history, it's pretty extensive. Lots of rematches and challenge matches leading from Season 1 all the way to Season 6. So I do think it is one that we should try and take a gander at, just to get a feel for where these top 10 teams are at this season. You know, we haven't really tuned into any of those squads. I guess we did tune into Mob Squad versus SMC. That was a bit of a surprise match.
Yeah, another unexpected upset.
Ooh, a nice double kill out of a frag coming in. 0.
Ryan missed him. He went right by him.
Yikes.
Oh, that was so close. I think he didn't load his LMG to start of the round. Oh, that's a nice frag there or flash there from. Ooh, I think this is Rome taking a cap here on this objective.
It could be, but Logical's doing some work on the flank. He's grabbed 2. As they front load smokes, 2 ult goes down from Seth, and Rome are crumbling. Logical has to get picked up here by Aramita, and he does, so they're still in it. Rome now into a 1v1 with reses available 2 over near objective, but I don't think Seth wants to rotate for those.
No, I don't think it would be a smart idea for him to either. I mean, he could probably get to it, especially with that smoke still burning in the center of the map. But I doubt that it'll be worth it, because if he just happens to catch him on the cross, Aramita though, he should have went back there and grabbed his homie's rifle with the drum mag in it. That would have been a good play from him. Or to come up here and grab the shield also wouldn't be a bad idea.
Unseen Threat's going to be able to call out a lot of information here if Aramita doesn't confirm this. And he is going to opt to pick up that shield off the ground and go for a little one-handed rifle action, I think.
Yeah, I couldn't be sure what he was trying to pick up there for a minute.
He has the shield. Unseen Threat's calling it out. Aramita has to confirm this, but I don't think he wants to let off shots.
Yeah, I agree. But I wouldn't have let this guy talk this long, I tell you that much.
He's coming back for cat. You better hurry.
He finally picks him off, and
Aramita.
Seth rotates around. That was good moves on Seth's part. He didn't go back towards objective. He wrapped around it and keeps Riot in it, and they're tied up 3-3.
Yeah, that was a great play from Seth. I was a little confused when he turned his shield sideways. I was like, what is he doing? But I guess it just kind of fell that way when he went to try and get the shot off or something. But, I mean, some interesting stuff we've seen today. Definitely some off-the-wall kind of stuff.
Yeah, the shoddy has been a bit of a interesting pick for me. I think it's a smart one, especially with that Spaz 12 where you're just dumping out rounds at people as you charge in with the shield. Definitely a threat, but something I haven't seen a whole lot of in any of the earlier seasons. Shoddies were so rare. Maybe now that will be a thing that we start to see a little bit more frequently in Season 7.
Yeah, I mean, the shotguns, I don't know why people hate on them so much, really. I mean, obviously they have a place in this game. We have a lot of close quarters maps. You know, you have Cargo, you have this map, you have Suburbia. You've got places to use it. It's just that, you know, that DPS, that rate of fire is not on your side unless you get the sneak on them, unless you get the drop on them. So, I don't know. We'll have to see, but it's the final round of this match, or this map anyways. Can Rome hold this objective? They've done it once. Can they do it again?
Round is underway. But it's going to be a bit before the action occurs. Lucky AF may be the first one who runs into it. He should be able to grab Seth. I don't know. That's a pretty forward position there. Seth does seem to be sort of looking for it, but Lucky AF keep pushing forward.
Lorena's going to throw a grenade to the Vicious there. You just killed 6 great white sharks. I will be fining you for that.
6 great white sharks, and they're down one teammate. Rome are in a 45 now in this what could be series deciding map if Riot take it.
Zero gonna find another member, Aramita, of Rome, and now it's down to 3. The whole team of Riot, though, still standing. Too old to game. He's gonna try and chuck out a and a nice flag to hit him. He doesn't go behind the shield, but it's not gonna be effective. What a friendly nade! 0 kills himself with a nade.
Oh, Ronnie almost killed himself with a nade too. One of his own that he threw up in forward. Jewel is stuck here dealing with this shield. Ronnie drops it, goes up, stands up, pistol out, trying to land some shots on a Jewel. Jewel gets way too aggressive, comes outside and runs into 4 members of Riot. And now Rome are into a 2v4, almost team killing each other as Logicals tries to take advantage of the chaos and starts crashing into objective.
Yeah, this defense went south on them really quick. Logical's in on the objective. Will he go for the cap? Nope. I think he's waiting on William, and there's William.
The trade goes out, and Riot take the series, grabbing that second map 4-3.
Wow, yeah, great comeback there from Riot on this map. They went down initially, then they went up, then it was tied. Oh man, this map definitely a good one for sure. Rome definitely waking up a little bit there. I did see some in the chat also saying it seems that Too Old to Game is finally woken up, come alive. And as you can see, he did manage to pick up 5 kills on that map. Seth Bowden, though, doing a good job on the side of Riot as well. He's doing 6 kills on this map. Very good spread from that team. But, you know, it's not over. And we do play the 3rd map here in the series in Onward Master League and in the VRML because those points from the 3rd map do apply towards the MMR rating of the teams involved. So, you know, Rome still has a chance to salvage some points here. And as long as they keep that in their head and don't get too discouraged by the fact that they've already lost the series, I think they'll be in okay shape. Because Quarantine is a great map, and I think they can do something here with it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Quarantine, definitely the opportunity for them to run it back, and yeah, like you said, I think it's going to need to be a dominating performance from Rome if they really want to bounce back from this series.
Yeah, it would need to be a dominating one. They are a pretty far point spread at the moment, but, you know, if they can get this map win, maybe with a good skill spread, they can draw that number in a bit closer. Maybe if they can somehow manage to 4-0 Riot here, or 5-0 Riot, they can tie the score up, or even get within a point, make things really, really close. But, you know, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to hope that Rome hasn't begun to be too discouraged now with the loss of that 2nd map, because I know remembering back to my old days, you know, when I first started playing, it could be, you know, very deflating to have lost both maps already and still had to play that 3rd one. Sometimes people get that mentality of like, oh, it doesn't matter anymore, we've already lost, you know, and then just kind of throw themselves at the enemy team and not really care about how they're playing. And I don't think that's the right approach. And, you know, everyone has a bad day, and, you know, sometimes you're in that mood where you just don't want that kind of stuff because it just ruins it for you. But, you know, you just got to get over it. You got to learn to focus it out. And Zen, I mean, turn on that ASMR stream in between maps and just get those tingles, baby.
Taking a look at the rosters, both teams taking their time getting set up for this 3rd one, so we very well could be cutting out of this map here. Sleepy, maybe you should prep. I don't know if you want to. I'm down to cast that match if you want to prep the SMC guys.
Okay, I will get on that right now while we are taking a little spot break here.
I'll put us down on the website so we're officially there. Holy moly, the amount of games today, or this week. The coverage is nothing less than extensive. We managed to highlight a lot of new teams and a few veteran matchups. Danglers Blaze, it'd be great to see SMC versus G-Men tonight. Lemon Squad and the Unit tomorrow afternoon. Boss fight, Silent Purge as well. There's a lot of great old matchups and new this week.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. Okay, we got about 40 minutes here, so we might be a little late, but that'll be okay.
Well, we won't. We'll just leave this map if it's still going.
Okay.
Because the series has been decided, I think the people would be a little bit more intrigued in the beginnings of the Team NSMC matchup. While we wait, though, we'll cut back to that intermission, and we should be underway with map 3 of this series shortly, as Riot finally acquire their final 5th member. We are back at it, still in the Rome versus Riot matchup. Current score, Riot taking the series 7-3. Now Rome trying to answer back, trying to get a map on the board so that they can lighten the MMR blow that they're going to suffer from losing this series today.
Let's play a game called Kill the Flanker.
William, Dunce, and Lucky taking positions to watch for that south flank crossing, but no one's doing that with that. What is that? That's the gas station objective thing.
You're welcome. I also knew because I set the objective camera there. Yeah, let's see what Rome has in store for Riot here on Q1 as we slowly roll in towards our time here to start the switch over. Hopefully we can get this entire match in. I'd hate to have to cut it short.
That is
Rome Gladiator, I'm sorry, making his way through the center. He's already at the base of the rooftop. So he's gained some pretty decent real estate so far. He is on the point. He is on point as far as the Rome's push is concerned. He is their farthest forward member. They are moving in a pretty decent bit of a line formation here, but those guys in the hotel just too chicken to cross the street, I guess.
They set up
Why did
early
chicken cross
to watch the south, and no one came, so they're pretty much useless there until they decide to rotate back with the team here.
Do you know why the chicken crossed the road, NightFiree?
I don't.
It was to flank Riot.
But it didn't.
I mean,
Well, what he's flanking,
right now.
Sleepy, so your joke doesn't make any sense.
It was terrible anyways. It didn't need to make sense. I'm man enough to admit that.
The west guys move a little faster. East guys, you wait for the west.
One down,
Death.
full map shot.
Catching
Take that, better
Aramida
range.
down. On the west side, should slow up their push a little bit. It has to take a couple more shots to confirm that. It is a resible. There is a little mound there that they could prone up and get the res off of.
I'm double tapping my kill.
Wow, I never realized that angle, that stairwell had that long of an angle.
Watches
that
the
side.
entire west lane.
I think it must be something I don't know because I'm so short that I don't get that same visual on that lane, you know what I mean? Like, oh, and Lorena's scout gets popped right near the Sarlacc pit as he just tries to pop out for a quick smoke deployment.
Logical with some good on point shots there. They did lose Zero, who was in burning building though. Does does kind of open up a lot actually for this Rome team. Now Lucky can cross the street without having to worry about being shot from burning building, and he actually can cross this south street too. He may be able to rotate all the way around here and possibly grab Logical on the plane wing.
Gladiator could be meeting Seth Bowden's rifle here very soon, and he does. Seth Bowden from the west office building to take down Gladiator in the roof courtyard. Now it's just up to these two guys down here in the south. They do still have one resible, but that is a long journey to go get him. Oh, it does look like they actually have somebody working their way up there.
Yeah. Let me get over there and try and get the res. Logical does go down from Lucky. He did catch him out of the plane wing, and Riot are into a 3v3, what should be 3v3 here. Yep.
Ooh, and this is going to work out very well for the members of Rome here on the west. God, my camera settings are terrible right now. Because Seth Bowden has retreated. He's pulled off of his original position, and he's now moved his way towards kind of the what is that area called? Man, you can tell how long I haven't played competitively NightFiree. I'm starting to forget my call-outs. The west garage there next to the center burning building where that objective can sometimes be. Seth Bowden's kind of pulled himself back to there, and he's given William Dunce all this room to just push up here. He's already in the southwest corner of the map. He's ready to start an assault here onto the objective.
Yeah, we were watching Lorena Scott push up. He got picked off by Seth. Lucky now also getting picked off by Seth. You're too focused on that long flank while the action's going down here. William finally coming into some relevance as he catches out Ronnie. Todd also getting into a little exchange here. If he had gone down, it could have been bad news for Riot, but he does get that kill, and they take the first round of the map.
Yes, very true. You know, I was following it, but that's because I knew that flank was going to come in and surprise that team there at the end, and it did, but unfortunately, not enough. He didn't hit those shots on Todd. If you'd have gotten him, yeah, I agree. That probably would have been Rome's map or round. Oh no, and it looks like we are losing a member of Riot there. Hopefully not for a tech issue. Oh no, he's back.
Maybe resetting his score line. Ashamed of it. Classic tactic we've seen used many a time in the league casts. People can save face.
Yeah, I specifically recall a G-Men game that we were casting at one point where the man had team killed like 2 or 3 people or something. I don't know what it was, but he was sitting there negative, and and he came out and was like, he just took that helmet off and put it back on, and everybody noticed and was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
We see you over there, the man. We see you doing that.
No tech delays here as we hop into the second round. Rome now going to be defending this gas station.
Hey guys.
Alright, just let them come down. Don't get where you can get shot from the rooftop.
Riot in good spirits, of course, as they've already taken the first 2 maps. They've clinched the series, but they are here fighting out for points, so they want to spread this out as hard as they, or as far as they can, so that they get that maximum MMR rating. As this actually, you know what? I'm going to check on that, but this could be their placement match for Riot. They could be getting their ranking finally here after this matchup.
They would be undefeated too. It's their third map, or their third series. Winning against Hands of Death and can't remember their new name.
Around this way.
We're a team.
Yes. Yeah. They have 2-0 their first 2 games of the season. This is their 3rd game, which means this one will generate them their MMR score, at least their starting MMR score for this season, and give them their initial starting ranks. So, and we'll be seeing a lot of that here in the second week as some teams have opted to challenge others very aggressively this season so far. A lot of the newer teams, I feel like, are doing a lot of the aggressive challenging so far, though. What do you think, NightFiree?
Yeah, a little, some teams overshooting their skill range a bit on those challenges too. Maybe not ready for a higher level matchup as they thought, not as ready as they thought they were, and definitely a good reality check for some of these new teams as they maybe realize some of their weak points and what they have to practice and buff up on. I think Riot are definitely giving Rome a run for their money, to say the least, and Rome will have a lot to learn from and evaluate off of this series for sure.
Yeah, they will. I think teamwork could be something that Rome could look into investing a little bit more time into, because as you said a little bit earlier. What? What just happened?
I think they thought that they could reset.
Oh no, that would be very unfortunate. I'm gonna actually pop down in their voice channel, NightFiree, to try and get some info about what happened there. I will be right back with you.
Little oopsie there from Rome. I definitely think they tried to reset the round after losing one, but it was way too late. It was like 5 minutes into it was like a minute and a half into the round. I think Rome also could just be suffering from a lot of tech issues here, to be honest. I'm not sure what the deal is, but we've been kind of lingering and waiting around a lot between rounds, and so I wouldn't be surprised if tech issues plaguing that team are affecting their ability to play well together. At some point, the tech issues do start to affect your map score, because you can't keep taking timeouts and waiting for your teammate to reconnect and reset his PC. You have to start the round 4v5 or 4. I think that's actually a forfeit, but I think you can play 4v5. Be interesting to see if that's what they have to opt to do here. don't know. That was interesting. I wonder if they tried to kill themselves early on and it didn't work. I'm not sure, because they all are kind of dead by objective.
Alright, yeah, it does appear that a member of Rome was floating and couldn't move, so on and so forth, so they were trying to reset. But that player could not reset because they were stuck and unable to do anything. So that round might end up coming under mod review at a later time, but I have recommended that they continue playing at this time to just finish out the series. As right now it's not currently affecting who is going to win or lose the series. So if I do find proof that that was it, you know, we'll present it to the mods and maybe we can have the point given back or something. But yeah, for now, the round will stand. I mean, it is what it is, unfortunately, but we'll review it at a later date and hopefully we'll be back into the action soon enough.
Does look like they have their fifth teammate in. Riot do go up 2-1 then. For now in the series, we'll see if that gets adjusted later on. We are coming in close to our G-Men SMC matchup start time, nearing 20 minutes, 23 minutes out from now. Depending on how Riot perform, that might not be an issue here, but if we get a little bit back and forth here, if Rome decide that they want to keep things rolling and step it up like they did on Tanker, we could have ourselves a nice even map on Quarantine.
Just ran a captive. You can add 3 points.
Jumping into round 4. Sorry, 3. Hard to keep track of all these rounds.
It's okay, buddy. I'm your human calculator. I'm here to help you with the math.
We go taking Plane Wing. They did send one south. Logical is going to be that guy up on the wall. I wonder if Lucky spotted him cross there. Yep, he sure did. As soon as Logical rounded the corner, Lucky picked him off.
Yes, he did. Meanwhile, a 3-man push going on in the north. Nothing really too exciting about it happening, but they are making their way across the northern side towards the west. They're going to try and push themselves down. I'm guessing the far western side. This objective is where? Ambulance. So this is a bit odd to see. Normally you don't see teams really going kind of this far out of their way when it's ambulance to go, you know, all the way out west. But, you know, it might be the chemical to the formula that gets it going, but Gladiator going to find the short end of Todd Habercorn's rifle. And now Todd, he could run into William here.
Yep, sure does. William had his back turned as Todd peeked the corner. William comes up with a knife in hand.
Oh, wow. What a kill there.
Takes out Todd, puts Rome into a 4v3.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh at Todd's misfortune, but as a fellow member of our casting team, anytime we got any bloopers for someone on the squad, we like to give him a little bit of a hard time. So, Todd, I still love you, buddy, but it was funny. But now William Dunst has picked up a rifle, and that's going to do him a lot better than that pistol he was carrying a moment ago.
Brandon Scott pushing in on at the rubble here. They've suppressed Seth with some fire from both sides, some LMG fire. He's gonna push in.
Watching that band spot.
Rounds the corner, catches Seth with a hard round. And now Ronnie P tucked in by ambulance. Lucky AF pushing up to objective, smokes her out.
This is a cap right here. This should be a cap. Oh, if you'd slow down, Lucky, you would have made it. Oh, he would have just slowed down his footsteps, giving himself away. Ronnie able to turn around and get the kill to stop the cap. And now all they got to do is just take out Ronnie. That's all they have to do.
They still have Zero on the plane wing. He's dealt with Aramita on the south side. So it is into a 2v2.
Here comes William with the shield. He's coming up from the ambulance now. He's going to turn the corner and find Ronnie P. If he does that, Zero could be looking. Oh, and Riot's down, or Zero is now down. It's all up to Ronnie P. Ronnie P's going to get the kill, though, as William Dunce gets greedy with the shield.
Ronnie's got to grab that shield now. I wonder if Zero radioed in information, too, that he's on plane wing.
He did.
Okay, so 2:40 left on the clock. Ronnie knows where he's at, and he's tucked into a nice corner with a shield propped up on his melon to block some rounds.
And at the right angle too, maybe a little ricochet and hit, you know, go into space or something. Don't mind me. It's been a long day.
You just opted in to make it a lot longer too, pal. Going into a real tight series, one that historically has been pretty much back and forth throughout the entirety of the series, so.
You know what? I'll take the pain. I'll take the dry throat and dry mouth just to give these wonderful people what they want. Not to mention, the more footage we have, the more chance we have for clips to bring to you guys in the recap show that we do each week.
Ooh, yeah, Lorena
so obviously
on the corner rounds. Ronnie P with the shield. Can't get the shots off through it. And Lorena takes the round for Rome, puts him on the board on Quarantine. Trying to even the score out here. Could have been 2-1 in their favor if they hadn't suicided on that last map. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah, I know that's tough. I'm, you know, tough cookie.
Mm-hmm. It's in the rules. It's a thing, you know. You gotta try and do it as soon as you can, but we'll see what happens there. Especially with that weird bug where you can't do it. Yeah, that's always an interesting conundrum.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm happy to re-review it if there is footage of it, but for now, because of the footage that we have on the cast, there's really nothing to go against, you know? But either way, Rome putting up a good fight today. You know, Riot, one of those teams, they've been around for a while. Rome got real lucky, I think, against Animal House and either just played shit hot or, you know, or Animal House was having some issues maybe, but...
They're putting up a fight against Riot. They did quite well on Tanker. They didn't...
Yeah.
I don't know what... I think Bazaar... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Bazaar was just a real fluke for them almost because they've been competing well on Quarantine so far. We'll see how they do on this defensive rotation as Riot now coming in for what could be map point if they grab themselves a cap.
It's true. Rome getting a little aggressive in the center. They sent 3 men center. Is that what I'm seeing on that map?
Seeing 2. The Gladiator is double naming it, so maybe he's throwing you off.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I'm also only seeing 4 on my map.
Too. But there's 2 here at Ambulance, 2 in the middle. Lorena has caught Ronnie P trying to cross. There goes down another as William catches out Todd, and Riot are getting shut down on their attempted push here.
My concern with that cross was, why did Ronnie P think that one smoke right next to the wall was going to be enough?
Yeah, usually you have to
get him across that wide open space.
You have to invest 3 or 4 smokes there.
Definitely a risky move, and it's going to be pretty much impossible for any of his teammates to get the revive either, so that's basically going to be a free kill, even if they don't technically finish him off.
Yeah, it could be a drive-by res, but yeah, it's going to be so hard to get with Lorena watching it.
Drive-by res. I'm going to need somebody to make me a meme of some gangsters driving by holding needles out the window. I would really appreciate that. Thank you.
No, not yet.
Everybody holding their angles. Take a look over here at this action as Seth has managed to sneak in between two defensive members of Rome. He has the Gladiator on the roof, and Lucky here at the rubble. Seth may be able to catch Lucky. I think he should have heard those comms. I wonder if he will have the wherewithal to go knife and try and take it with stealth. Lucky is checking this corner, though. So Seth should probably go guns blazing.
And he does. And Lucky's body position, pretty funny. He's got his hand up like he wants to ask the teacher a question. I'm gonna take a little snapshot there.
Yeah, I think it's different for me than it is for you.
Yeah. Oh well.
See it on the Discord.
entertaining.
Post it on the Discord. Encourage everybody to go to the Discord.
That's it.
Friendly and center loading friendly.
The sun got in my eyes on the map, and a little sneeze there.
Allergic to sunlight? You would think so, with how much we spent, how much time we spend casting these days.
Seth with a great shot from Burning Building, catching a rotation from Lorena, who definitely didn't need to rotate, but maybe was feeling a little, I don't know, pressure or what there, but got out of his spot, and now they're into a 3v3.
Yeah, right now it's looking like Riot could actually bring this push back. They were down and out there for a moment, and then now all of a sudden they're back in this thing. It's 3v3. The defense still set pretty strong. This guy here in the southeast, who do we have? Aramita. He's gonna find Logical, or Logical's gonna find him soon enough. So hopefully he's ready for
Zero
that.
catches out William on objective, and I don't think they have anyone pushing or defending objective. Nope. Zero's pad out. Riot could take the map here.
Aramita is aware.
Oh, wow.
Just not close enough.
They just lost control there. They got too greedy on the rotations. Riot took advantage. Wow. A dominating performance from them today, to say the least. But also, I felt like Rome putting up a good fight on the rounds that they won and on that tanker map. And maybe you were right, Sleepy. I think maybe they need to work on warming up before rounds a little bit better. That's something that we don't talk about a lot, but teams definitely do a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah, you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready for your match. Whether that's warming up in advance or, you know, warming up for a good while and then taking a short break before you guys start in to just give yourself a chance to kind of cool off again. But yeah, you gotta be able to figure out a way to where you're at your top of your playing the moment you hit that first map, because you got to be on the ground running with these teams nowadays. They are not giving you any room for breaks, so you just got to be ready. And I think Rome learned that lesson today a little bit. But I don't know. I could be talking out of my neck. I don't know if they warmed up or not.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Just a kind of interesting talking point, and definitely something I think that could have been the issue there for sure. But either way, a strong performance from Riot and a good series to keep the eye on for sure. Riot now undefeated in their matchmaking. They're 3-0. So they'll be, next week for them is definitely going to be a challenge. That's to say the least.
Yeah, that's very true. There is an issue with being at the top of the leaderboards when the rankings start to matter for the matchups, because now they're going to be faced with some tough challenges ahead as they continue forward here in season 7.
I think we are going to end it there for this series. We're going to keep the stream rolling, and in 10 minutes time we'll be firing up G-Men versus SMC. Definitely not our first top-tier match of the season, but a seasoned rivalry nonetheless. So we're definitely going to want to take a look at their first matchup in Season 7 and see how that fares. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere. My name is Sleepy with... Wow. My name's Sleepy with 2 3s. My co-caster, NightFiree with 2 E's. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere.